Now, before you get angry at me for not making a video in too long, I do apologise. I have my reasons. I've been a bit busy and I had to make a decision which could have affected the future of the channel. So just thought taking a step back for a few days, just to think a bit more objectively about things was the right thing to do. So I do apologise for the lack of videos, but I've had time to just think about things and make my decisions and whatever. So videos are back to normal now, so don't worry about that. Today's episode is long overdue, but we should be getting some big wins under our belt today as we try and make a title push this season now. Hello and welcome back to the Real Deal. Today we are taking on Merida and Numancia in the Second Division, the Segunda Division in Spain. Now it's been about, I think it's been 6 days since I last played the save, so it has been a little while actually, I've got to say. I do apologise again for not making a video but things like that, but I've had to go through this and just sort of remind myself what has happened basically, because you probably know more about it than I do right now, because you've probably got it fresher in your memory than I do. But if we take a look at what happened since you were last here. Now, last episode was Osasuna and Valladolid. A 1-0 win over Osasuna and a 4-2 loss to Valladolid, which wasn't very good. We followed up with a 3-1 defeat to Leganes as well. Again, not a particularly good result, but Leganes are actually doing all right this year. I think they're up there. They're in the playoffs as well. They're up in the 6th, so they're doing all right for themselves. After that, though, back to winning ways against Leonessa, a 2-1 win there as well. 2-0 up at half-time. They scored in the second half. It was a pretty convincing win. Huesca was next, and we were 2-1 down at half-time, but I gave them a bit of a passionate team talk at half-time, and we came back and scored 3 in the second half to make sure we won that one 4-2. Getafe in the Spanish Cup 4th round. Obviously, we beat them 3-1 in that first leg, 0-0 in the second leg, so we go through into the 5th round, and we face Malaga, which is very interesting, actually. Now, Malaga, if there was ever a team for me to support, if Lincoln ever went bust, there's ever a team for me to support, it'd have to be Malaga, because I've got family in Malaga. So, Malaga, technically, in fact, this series was almost Malaga. It was almost Miracles in Malaga or something like that, because if the database had come out for, like the updated database, like people make these updated databases at the end of the season, which include all the promotions and relegations. Malaga got relegated this season from the La Liga, and I was going to do a series with them, getting them back to the prominence, but the database didn't come out quick enough and things like that, so Real Oviedo was instead. In fact, I'm at my girlfriend's house still, annoyingly, in Nottingham, where I record videos mostly, I have got a Malaga scarf on the wall, because I kind of support them in a way, so I've got a Malaga scarf on the wall. I'll show you it next time I'm around, but Malaga is going to be next episode. I think that's going to be quite interesting. Back on track with what happened last time, though. The last game I played was against Tenerife. It was a 3-2 scoreline on the day. They scored first, then we scored a few. Anthony Lozano with a hat-trick. Now, the scoreline looks like it was close 3-2, but it was pretty one-sided towards us, so we got away there, had a decent victory there. And now it's Merida and Numancia in today's episode. So Numancia have dropped down. They were first last episode. I think they were top of the table, but they have dropped down significantly. We'll look at the table actually as well. It will tell us there how they've dropped down so far. We currently find ourselves in 4th position right now. Only 2 points off the top though, all playing the same amount of games, which is pretty cool. As you can see, Numancia have dropped out the playoffs. Their form has been pretty woeful. If we look at past positions, Numancia, as you can see, last episode they were like top of the table, and then they've just dropped down since they're not doing particularly well, so they had a bit of bad form. Now we're up in 4th, but our goal difference of only 5 isn't particularly good. That is something to worry about, I think, a little bit, so we have to try and score a couple goals today. I'm hoping for some big wins. Fingers crossed we'll get them, because we need that goal difference to be much better than it actually is right now. Also, a little bit of pre-warning. My girlfriend lives in the middle of nowhere, almost, basically, so hay fever is getting to me quite a lot. I'm usually quite a bad sufferer, and it's just worse here. It's just worse here. It's really bad. So if you hear a bit of sniffing, I do apologise. I just can't help it. So this is the team that is going to be taking on Merida today. Juan Carlos stays in goal. A backline of Varela, Valentini, Subius and Johannesson. Williams, Sunset and Carballo start in the midfield there. Aaron and Pucco out on the wings, although we'll make Aaron an inside forward on attack. And then the Thomas starts up front today, because Lozano did pick up a knock towards the end of that last game. So he's kind of ruled out for this game. So Raul de Thomas, after a lengthy injury, is coming back for his first start today. Right, so kickoff is upon us today. We're away from home, but Merida sitting down 20th in the table. Have just provisionally gone up to 20th right now, actually. A few games have played in the time it's taken for me to show you the table on this, because as I said in the last episode, it's illegal for Spanish teams to play at the same time and things like that. There's so many games going on at different times, it's weird. So a few games have gone on, but hopefully it won't matter too much as we try and pick a win in today's game. Pucko puts a ball into the back post. Aaron waiting there, waiting for that to come in and try and pounce on it. Unfortunately, his header wasn't actually that good. It went straight to the goalkeeper. It feels good to be back at the helm at Oviedo. I mean, it probably will feel like a long time for you as well, actually, I've got to say. It feels like a long time for me, having not played it and things like that. I need to get back in the swing of things. Of course, this was meant to be Numancia and, was it Lorca? It turned out the winter break was in between those two games, and that would have made the episode far too long, so we decided to do Merida instead, just because it was a little bit easier. What is not easy, though, is scoring a goal by the looks of things. We're not really making good use of our chances. 5 shots to their 2 shots, only 2 on target. We've not been particularly good in this game. Previous games, we've been alright with our shots and things like that, which have been quite good. We have got a corner now, though. Aaron puts it in. Valentini with a fantastic bullet header there. I think it just went over the bar rather than being tipped over by the goalkeeper. So, unlucky stuff there, mate. Keep working at it. Valentini sort of left out quite a lot last season. And this year I've decided to trust him. I don't know why. I really don't know why, actually. I think the place we need to really strengthen most in January is goalkeeping and in defence. So maybe I'll look for a central defender as well to sort of partner Subius. But a goalkeeper is... we've already identified this as the main thing, really. Obviously, Merida haven't had a shot on target yet, so we don't have to worry about it too much. But it's when they get that shot on target, Juan Carlos is 90% guaranteed to concede it, so we need to get a better goalkeeper in. Alright, I'm fed up with this now. I know we sort of set up ourselves. I've just moved to attacking as well. We were on like counter before that. It's kind of my fault for not changing it to attacking. But obviously, we're not in a very attacking formation, so Williams is going to move up. He's played alright, to be fair, bless him, but he's having to come off the pitch, I'm afraid now. Aaron will move into the centre. Pastrana will come on my left-hand side as a winger on attack. We'll do that for now, make those changes and a tactical switch around. I think this is what we're going to need now to grab the win in today's game. I think we are quite good at counter-attacking football, but it's... I don't know, it just sometimes, especially against these sides right down the bottom of the table, it doesn't quite work out so well for us, which is a little bit annoying. Most of the time, though, the counter-attacking football we tried to do this season is working pretty nicely. Although even this offensive kind of football we're going now for isn't particularly working. We're going to push forward a bit more, please, boys. We've got 15 minutes to grab a winner against a team in the relegation zone. We don't seem to have much luck against the teams in the relegation zone, I've got to say. We beat Tenerife, but we drew with Sabadell. I feel like we may have drawn to Lorca or lost to them. Albacete, I feel like we've had some bad results against them. Maybe, obviously, Merida clawed them way out right now. There's 5 minutes to go. This is not looking good for us. What we're going to do then... Aaron can go on the right. Pucko will have to give way. Lozano's going to come on the pitch. We've got 2 strikers on there now. Instead, we're going to go to overload. Sanset is going to become an advanced playmaker. Although, does he like that? Can Garoletta do that a little bit better? Not really. Can Guevara? No, Guevara can't. We'll leave Garoletta on to do it. May as well make the change. A few minutes left. I was not anticipating this on my return. I was expecting a decent result from the boys. Aaron, looking like he could try and save the day with his corner there, wasn't very good. Pastrana puts it in, back down towards Aaron. Garoletta puts it over. This is not looking good. Pens is coming forward on his own. He actually keeps... Oh, Johannesson makes a tackle. I thought Lozano was going to just nip in there. Didn't quite do it. I don't think anything's going to come from this highlight now, unfortunately. I was kind of half expecting something to come from the corner. In fact, something could still come now as Merida have a shot, but it's the last shot of the game, well wide. Juan Carlos didn't have to think about it, and we've drawn to a relegation threatened side, and we're looking for promotion. It's not great. Aggressively, you are not good enough tonight. That is the sort of match we should be winning, and although I should blame myself for going like counter-attacking in the first half, even when we went attacking in the second half, it didn't particularly work out for us, did it? So we stay in the playoffs, 6th place right now, but we're now 4 points off Lugo after being 2 points behind them. So that's annoying. That we're still in the race though. Only 18 games. It's still a long way to go in this season. We're coming up to the halfway point-ish now, aren't we? I suppose. So there's still a long way to go. But I just want to be at top of the table. That's what I want to be, really. So Numancia coming up in a couple of days' time away from home. Looks like they lost again because they've dropped down to 10th. So, I don't know. I feel like even though we're playing away to them, I feel like we should still go on that counter-attacking style because it does work for us very nicely. And Numancia are a decent side still, and we are playing away from home. So I feel like We should just stick with it for now. This is when we're going to lose it now, and you're going to absolutely rinse me in the comments if we lose it for sticking to counter-attacking football. Saying that though, 9 of the last 19 assists they've conceded have come from inside the penalty area, so maybe we should go for that 2-striker system instead, work the ball into the box, things like that. Maybe that was the way to go. The tactical dog has just come into the room. She's just wiping her face on the carpet. I don't really know what she's doing, making some weird noises as well. Is this a sign? She's trying to tell me what tactic to use. Like, I don't know what wiping her face on the floor is in terms of like a sign, but I mean, maybe she's trying to tell me something. She's lying flat on her back. That probably means a flat back 4 formation. So I mean, we use that anyway, so that's fine. No, I reckon she's trying to tell me she's wiping her face on the floor, keep the ball down on the ground, work it into the box. I think that's what she's trying to tell me. And then as quickly as she's arrived, she's now gone. So maybe I got the message. Just work the ball into the box. Just noticed here as well, Gianfranco Zola has become now manager of Forest Green. That's a bit of a weird move. I mean, why has he done that? I mean, it's been a downhill career, hasn't it? I mean, he was pretty good. Obviously, football career. West Ham manager, Watford manager, Cagliari manager, then a team in Qatar, probably paid him a lot of money. Birmingham, Forest Green. What has gone on there? Rock bottom of League 2 as well. So, I mean, they're not really doing particularly well. Will Zola turn it around? You've got to back him to, I suppose. But I don't know why he would have gone to Forest Green Rovers. Oh, now Carlos Hernandez wants to join Granada, which actually I don't think I'm adverse to, because he's not really getting much game time here. He's only played 12 games. That's quite a lot. That's most of the games, actually, I've got to say. I think it depends who we get in over January. If we get someone in, I'm happy to let him go. I'll accept any bids for you once I've found a replacement. And he said he's not going to wait around. Granada might lose interest, so I need you to offer me out. Well, Carlos Hernandez. His minimum fee release clause is 2.1 million. So if someone matches that, that is fine by me. I'm going to say I'll accept a reasonable offer for you. He reckons that's only 230k. His release fee is 2.1 million. So we'll go down here. We'll say I'll accept that offer. He wants 300k. At the same time, though, can we bump that up to $1 million? Just $1 million. How about that in the current market? No, he still says 300k. I'm going to go 500. That's the final offer. He still reckons that's totally unrealistic. Okay, me and Carlos Hernandez have perhaps fallen out a little bit right now, having a little bit of a tiff. Question is, will this upset the squad dynamics? I don't think I've even shown you this page yet for the real deal. On the grounds that I'd never use it. I don't know if you guys ever use it. It looked like a really cool addition when it was brought in at the start of FM18. But if I'm being honest with you, I don't think I've ever used it, really. I'd be interested to see what you guys say as well, actually. Have you guys ever used it before? Because, like I say, I haven't. So, there. If you want to know why I don't use it, Santi Cazorla is likely to become one of the top leaders at the club, should he want to join the club. Why? I mean, I know he's an Oviedo legend. He's a Malaga. Oh, I did not know he was on a free transfer. I would have tried to sign him. That is quite annoying, actually. Okay, maybe Santi Cazorla is kind of a realistic transfer, although not at £58,000 per week. But then Saul. Why would Saul join the club? I know his brother is at the club. I think his brother is at the club. Aaron is his brother, isn't it? Yeah, Aaron is his brother. So maybe he would join the club one day. But why? I don't know why he would want to join the club. So I don't know why it tells you about it here. Why are you telling him about it? So yeah, let me know in the comment section. Do you use the dynamic screen at all? Because I'd be very interested to know if you use it and how you use it. Well, the only change for the Numancia game, obviously, formation has changed. We're going to go for the diamond in today's game. However, the only personnel change are the wingers have come off and Lozano and Diarra come on in the attacking midfield and striker positions. Other than that, the exact same lineup. Everyone else keeping their positions, although maybe we should change things. We didn't play very well, did we? Tell you what, Carlos Hernandez, let's give you a go. See if you're actually still good enough to play for us. Then maybe we'll decide if we want to sell you or not to whoever wanted you. Granada, was it? We'll give Carvalho a rest as well. Guevara can come on the pitch instead. We'll make those two changes as well. We'll make those changes. See what happens. Diarra, obviously, he's not really shown the same promise that he did in that first game of the season where he scored 2 goals on his debut. Since then, not been quite as good, but hopefully today against Numancia he'll turn himself around. Right, kickoff is upon us today. We are in the blue, but we are playing away from home. Numancia in their red home kits. Now again, more games going on at different times as well, so the table is a little bit higgledy-piggledy. We've gone to 4th somehow. I'm not quite sure how. Guevara justifying his selection there 4 minutes into the game, scoring a superb goal from outside the area to put us 1-0 up, puts us still in 4th, level on points with Leganes. Again, we're a long way behind on goal difference, and that's the main issue here. Granada, all of a sudden, have just popped up and gone to 3rd. Where have they been all season? I don't think they've been up there, actually, in the top spots this season, but clearly they are now, obviously. They must be having a period of good form at the moment, as Numancia trying to start a bit of a counter-attack there by looks of them. Guillermo taking on our entire defence there, and we didn't really get a tackle in, but his shot wasn't on target, so that's fine. It's been a pretty cagey, it's even cagier than the last game, I've got to say. Only 5 shots total in the entire game so far. It really doesn't seem to be many shots. There is a significant decrease in the amount that we've seen in Lincoln Loco and things like that. For both sides, home and away, they've just scored a goal to bring it back now to 1-0, which isn't good for us, of course. But there does seem to be a significant decrease in the amount of shots compared to English football that I've noticed. So either Spanish teams just like to play it around midfield a little bit more, or the defence is a bit better and the strikers are rubbish. I don't know. I don't know what it is. But we've just won the ball there. Guevara managed to clear the ball just about there as we try and bring it forward now. Thomas on the ball, surrounded by players, gets it to Johannesson cleverly there, and now Sanset has a chance to put it forward to Thomas, who's clear of his men now into Guevara, looking for his second of the game. Varela should have had the shot. I don't know why he didn't, because the keeper was on the floor, probably, and he decided to put it back in high, slow. Keeper could stand up again and easily save the ball. We should have scored from that. Varela now trying to come forward again, this time puts a better ball forward to Lozano, who can get a ball across to Thomas. Agonisingly puts it just wide of the post. We should be winning this game. Well, a bit of a frenzy there at the end of that first half. Unfortunately, though, we do go into it 1-1 right now. So, what do we say? Show the pundits they've been right to back you. Some players look motivated by that, which is quite good. So hopefully we go into the second half now full of confidence, trying to get a bit more motivation to the boys out there. Let's not concede a corner in the first few seconds of the second half, please. Their corner comes swinging in, but Subius manages to clear it, but only as far as their man, who puts it back inside. It's somehow been worked out, and Johannesson can clear it, but shaky opening second half there. Well, Guevara playing very well, but he's the only player to be playing well right now. Diarra, again, he's not shown his abilities. Aaron's going to come on instead in that attacking midfield position, as here come Numancia, very, very close there to taking a lead themselves. As we talk about the subs as well, Sanset's going to come off as well. Garoletta will come on. Hopefully he won't cross it to their player to score a goal again. And I'm tempted to take off Lozano for Jeremy, but I mean, Jeremy's only scored 1 goal in an entire season so far, whereas Lozano can score quite a few goals. We know he's capable, so we'll leave him on for now. But we are going to say push forward out there to the boys. We're going to go up to attacking a little bit more fluid as well. I feel like it's needed at this stage of the game. Lozano's improving slightly. We'll leave him on the pitch. Yeah, we will leave him on the pitch right now. We are going to bring Kutungo on, though, for, I mean, they're both looking tired, our fullbacks. We'll bring Kutungo on the left-hand side, I think. He can bomb up and down that left-hand side, try and whip in a ball or something like that. Demand more for these final few moments of the game. Again, it's looking like a poor result for us. Both these games, draws, which is not what we want. We have a chance, though, with a minute and a half remaining on the clock. As I say that, though, we do get tackled, and here come Numancia now looking for a bit of a counter-attack. Johnson, or probably just Johnson, not Johnson, I was thinking Johannesson still. Johnson had the ball, he's passed it off now, and here come Numancia. They've got so many bodies up front. Javi, Alermo, Johannesson clears, only as far as a Numancia player, though. It's still bouncing around, they've hit the post. Oh, that was too close for comfort, that was. Either the way, though, it didn't matter, because we've drawn this game 1-1, and again, that is not good enough. So, despite all that, it looks like we finish off today's episode still in the playoffs in 5th, despite, I'd say, dropping 4 points today's episode. We should have won both those games. We haven't. Will it cost us later on in the season? Will we drop out the playoffs by a few points because of it? Potentially. We definitely need to look to make a few signings, I think, over the January transfer window, specifically defence and maybe up front as well. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think as well out there, but I think... yeah, I'm pretty confident about who I'm going to be trying to sign and things like that. So we are now 6 games unbeaten, actually, to be fair, which is it's not bad, but when you consider 3 of them are draws, it's a little bit annoying. Next episode, going to be pretty quick, actually. Malaga, Sabadell, Malaga. 3-game episode next time out, unless we lose 6-0 to Malaga in the first leg, then there's probably no point showing the second leg, is there? But I do want to show the Malaga game on the grounds that it's a team close to my heart, so I feel like I should do it. So thank you very much for watching today's episode. I hope you have enjoyed it. Make sure you do drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new around here, and I will see you next time for some more real deal action.